Hi guys, how you doing?
Good.
Gonna
I'm good.
let you introduce yourself here.
I'm Kurt,
I'm Marcus.
And I'm Melody.
and we are
RV
RV
plus
plus three.
Okay, so how long have you guys been full timing?
3 years now.
Was it unanimous decision to go full timing or no?
No.
Nope, it was me pushing the button. I was the stay-at-home dad for a bit and watching other YouTubers, Les Junk and KYD, some of the big ones, and just watching their journeys and adventures, and like, you know what? I really want to do that.
Yep.
And it took about 2 years to convince her.
I told him he had to sell me on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, sell me on it. Come on, lay it all out. I'm not going to sell the house and the business unless you lay it all out. And he did. And he sold me on it. So here we are.
Were you guys into RVing before you went full time, or is this your first RV?
Third RV, we transitioned. So we used to do the tent camping thing when we were younger and more mobile and physically able to. Then I got to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm not sleeping on cold, hard ground. I'm not setting up a tent. We bought a bumper pole, used that for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wanted to switch up to a shorter rig because we didn't think we were going to be going full time. We were just going to be doing it during the summers. So we went down from a 30 foot to a 26 foot.
Yep, 26 foot.
And then I was finally able to talk her into it and show her that, hey, this is feasible. This is how we can do it. And the market was really good for selling the house. And she had a business doing 3D 4D ultrasound. So we sold the business and picked up and decided to explore this great nation.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Anything else you guys want to add, or?
We absolutely love it. I wouldn't turn it back. I wouldn't go back to the way we lived before.
Yeah, I love RVing. It's one of the best things we've done since forever.
It's forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was homeschooled when COVID hit. That was one of the things. So the homeschool program that the school had set up was just junk. Yeah. So we withdrew him from that and started doing an online program called Time for Learning. It's a pretty popular online.
That's what we used to when we first hit the road, yep.
So we're doing that at the house, and we talked about sending him back to school, the state of the world, where it was, and it was kind of a point where, I've had cancer, she's had cancer, we both had our brushes with death, and it's like, what kind of life do we want to live? Do we just want to eat, sleep, work, repeat over and over and over again without, saving up 2 weeks of the year so you can do your summer vacation plans? Yeah. And I'm like, we can work on the road, we can find online jobs and do things like that. And it took a little while for it, but we had enough in savings. We were able to make it work.
Yeah. The other great thing about traveling also is, yes, we are RV plus three. We do have an older son, and he's living his life as an adult in Tampa in the Air Force. And so by traveling, we get to come see him at least once a year. And that's another amazing thing about RVing. Or, if we go somewhere and say, hey, you want to come visit us? I don't know. It's wonderful. I love it.
All right. So what kind of RV did you guys end up here with? What model is this?
I'll start it off.
Yeah.
This is a 2022 Cedar Creek by Forest River. It is the 377 BH model, so it's the mid bunk. I had to get this type of rig because she wanted a full residential kitchen. That was the trade-off that I had to, no toy hauler with a small thing. She wanted that full residential kitchen to make it feel more like a home on the road. So it's been a good rig for us so far. We've had very little problems with it in comparison to what I see other people talk about their rigs.
Yeah.
But they are a box traveling 70 miles an hour down the road. You got to expect some breakdowns.
This is the great thing about RVing is you meet up with families that, you may meet in one state like Texas, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to winter in Florida, and you find a time and you meet up. And I know he has more friends on the road than he ever did in school. So
no.
Any parents looking to get out on the road and you're afraid of your kids not finding other kids to play with, that's not an issue.
Well, people always talk about his education. So I have my bachelor's degree in computer science and my master's in project management. She's got 2 associate's degrees. Mm-hmm. We're educated. We can educate our child on the road. But the amazing thing about the education for an RV kid, a full-time RV kid, is the places he gets to go and what he gets to see for us is being able to take him to Gettysburg, to Valley Forge, to Fort Zachary Taylor and the Keys, to Washington, D.C., to the Smithsonian museums. He's loved the places we've gone in Texas. We did Dinosaur Valley State Park, I think is what it's called.
I think it was.
And you get to see dinosaur tracks in the river bottom. It's he gets to experience it firsthand. Where some kids get to take field trips occasionally at school. His entire education is a field trip.
I completely agree with
He's
that.
learning more about every single state. We watch things like Aerial America for different states we're going to kind of get a brief overview and see, okay, maybe we should go check that out in person.
Completely agree.
So for the socialization aspect, it's really good on the road, especially if you're a part of, like Thousand Trails membership. Full-time families utilize that really to make it economical to do this full-time.
All right. So out of all the things that you guys had to buy on when you hit the road and all the items you had to purchase, is there something you wish you would have got or things that you would recommend getting for anybody?
Quite a few things, especially for our type of rig. So our rig's 43 feet long, and we do have good hydraulic stabilizers, but one of the major things is the tripod for the fifth wheel. Love this thing. Wish I would have got it. Our friends gave it to us about a year ago. Actually, no, it wasn't even a year. It's been July of this year, so about 6 months. And they didn't have a use for it anymore, so they gave it to us. I've tried it, and I wish I would have got it 3 years ago when we got on the road. Big change in how the rig is not bouncing around when you're walking up in the front cap. I'm a big guy. It's a lot of weight moving around up there, so that having that keep it stable is a big thing for us. Lithium. We have a residential fridge. It has the LG dual door fridge in there. Lithium, we didn't do that for about 6 months. Batteries did not last long with the lead acid, so we put some 400 amp hours of lithium in. Now I can go 3-4 days with just running the fridge. That was real handy. Water filter, definitely got to have one of those. The water sources in some of the parks are great, other ones not so great. So definitely always make sure you have a water filter. And if you're tall, definitely the pool noodle thing. That was something that a friend's like, dude, you're going to keep racking your head on it. And he gave me a pool noodle and he's like, cut it, slide it on. Saved me quite a few headaches. Let's see what else for the rig. Bike racks. Now, a lot of bike racks are not rated for RVs. It was a bit of a challenge finding one that was. We'll get back to the bike racks here. Power watchdog shuts off, turns on if the power's too high, too low. I've had a friend, I saw his rig actually fry out the entire control panel and stuff because there was a surge that went through his line. He didn't have a surge protector on it, and that is one of the things I am grateful for because the surge hit the whole park and fried out a few rigs. Ours was saved because of it. Let's go here. Heavy duty bike rack for the e-bikes. Love having that. Had a cheapie on there before, fell apart within a month. Didn't last long. So upgraded to something really robust that handles the bouncing and jostling quite well. Backup camera, glad we had that installed from the factory. Has made getting into sites a lot easier.
Okay, hello. So today we're taking a look at our Cedar Creek 377BH. It's a mid-bunk. This is our living room. I wanted something that was very comfy and homey, and this is very comfortable. I love this island, and I wanted a residential stove, fridge, and really nice microwave, because before we sold the house we upgraded everything. So I told them I want a nice kitchen. And I absolutely love our fridge. It's completely residential size. In this unit, we have a really nice pantry. I'm not going to open it up because you know how messy pantries can get, but it's nice because it has pull-out drawers. We use an air fryer all the time. Absolutely love it. I made that my bread box. We have a beautiful fireplace that changes color like a lot of them. And one of the upgrades we did do is we upgraded to this fan here recently, which is really nice because it's a light. You can do multiple colors. And the fan, this part right here rotates. So if you're sitting in the chair, you can angle it towards you, which is really kind of neat. A very fun upgrade. I think they run about $150. Well worth it.
Huh.
I think so. We have the nice farm style door that slides. This room right here is part of our mid bunk. Our youngest son sleeps up here. And then in here, this is kind of his gaming room, storage, where we store food and other supplies. But he just kind of hangs out here where he's got his clothes, playing games.
Oh, yeah.
It's turned kind of into a catch-all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of turned into a catch-all. But, storage is one of those things you need when you leave full-time. So
Absolutely.
a lot of times use that as for extra storage for food and stuff.
And I would definitely say be prepared to upgrade things along the road. Things will break, things will not match, and like any good woman will want things to match and look better. So we swapped this out because this was a dark brown with some of the other items, and she wanted it to match the rest, so we did a new faucet. We used to carry a Berkey along for the water filtration for drinking, and I got tired of setting that thing up, so I put an RO system in, tankless RO system. Never knew they even had those till I got on Amazon and went down a rabbit hole.
Yep. No, I have the same setup.
Nice.
So
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it definitely makes getting fresh, clean drinking water a lot easier than having to fill up the big Berkey. The Berkey's a great unit. We used it for 2 years, and then just got fed up with having to break it down every move day, store it somewhere. And
we installed the RO on day one.
I wish we would have done one in day one as well. It would have made our life a lot easier, and definitely keeps the counters a lot more open having the RO system. Yeah, and then things like the fan upgrade, that was not a necessary item, but it was something I wanted. That way, when we come in from outside and it's really hot, just turn the fan on and have it blowing right on us.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first, but I love it now.
Yeah. And
That's a nice upgrade.
there's lots of little upgrades that we've had done along the way. Some of them have been at, aftermarket, like Orvin Amish Family RV does a bunch of upgrades to the rig. We had the suspension completely redone this year. Little upgrades with hinges and struts on some of the doors, just to make it more livable. This is a long-term rig for us. I don't see us switching rigs anytime soon, just because we've made so many customizations that are for us. Like when we get into the bedroom, we used to have the king bed, and there was this much room to walk around it. Now we cut it down to a queen, and we can actually walk around the bed without having to crawl on top.
You ready? Let's go take a look down the hall. One thing I do love is they have these nice metal handlebars. It's silly, but I love the metal handlebars. This is our sunroom up here. My husband, who's 6'4", can actually lay up here, and he's still got about 3-4 inches of legs, so we know our son would. This is our bathroom. It's a good size. It's nice and bright. The nice skylight, yes, I love it because it brings light in, and he has plenty of room to stand.
Yeah, let me demonstrate. You don't get a lot of 6-foot plus people, so even here, got some room.
Yeah, it's nice.
They definitely made this unit for tall people, which is very nice.
Well, it's not one of those corner showers where you're like
Yes.
trying to do the little clean dance and get out. So having a larger unit is definitely makes it more long-term feasible.
So this is our master. We did cut this down from a king to a queen. I love it because I can walk, where before I was right up on the glass. Same with him on the wall. We love to cuddle, so for us, a queen wasn't a big change from the king. We love having the space. And then, so yeah, just kind of a standard.
Except for the TV.
I was gonna say that's definitely not a stock TV right there.
So yeah, this is definitely not a stock TV. The little 32 inch TV that it had mounted there, So one of the things that I think is important for being a full-time family on the road is being able to have your own space. So there's the big TV in the living room. Marcus has got his TV down there. I want to watch a movie while she's out there watching something else or working, need some quiet time. I can come into here. And so we put in a 60-inch TV in the bedroom that I got to figure out a mount for it, and that'll be a YouTube video coming soon.
Yeah.
That I'm going to build a custom mount that I can just hang this, because on move days we just throw it on the bed, and it'd be nice to get it off this so we can have more space here. But
Yeah.
the 60-inch TV was definitely a requirement for me once we got on the road, because I'm like trying to squint. Like I felt like I needed binoculars to watch TV in here.
Yep.
So that was definitely an upgrade that was needed.
Yes. One of the things I do love, and it's a simple little thing in our master, is I have a place to put my CPAP, and it's up high. But I love that it's not next to me.
Did you guys install those, or did
Nope, they
no
came with
came with
the
it?
Cedar
Oh,
Creek.
nice.
Yeah. Only thing I wish they would have done is put in a power outlet up there near it, so
Yeah.
you didn't have to run the cord all the way down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it would just be one of those nice upgrade things to get done. I've thought about actually installing something and running a power cord, like maybe a battery bank, for as much as her CPAP power draws. We could probably put a power bank and not even have that cord there anymore.
Very true.
But the cutting it down to a queen has definitely made a difference. Like right now, she's able to walk
Yeah.
around over there and has
Yeah.
plenty of room.
Can't do that in ours.
Yeah, for us it was a game changer. I didn't mind losing that bed space.
Well, I can't put a California King in here, so no matter what, my feet are going to hang off the bed.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see here at the door, I have to duck a lot.
Yeah.
One of the other things that we actually did at the factory, we were talking to, this used to have chairs, and we got the ottomans that have storage built into them, so we can actually keep things like the shoes in here. This was not in it with the factory. I've got to redo this, but now we actually have some storage that works with our seating, which is really nice.
Nice.
So that was another upgrade. Oh, here's a big one. It's not running right now. If you're going to live in an RV full time, definitely make sure you have a dehumidifier running. It will save you many, many problems down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get mold.
Nope.
So that was definitely one of the necessary upgrades. So lots of little stuff you have to get when you go full time.
Yes.
It's not a weekend camper.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing your home with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us on the tour of our Cedar Creek 377BH.
And we hope you enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you.